Alright, I'm gonna take this second real quick. I just finished instant shopping. First time I've ever been an instant shopper. Yup, you get a little badge that comes in the mail if you decide to be an instant shopper. Full service shopper. You go in there, they'll give you a list what things that they want you to shop for. You go in there, you shop for the things that they want. You know, I mean, I read the list and I just went in there, and honestly I was just like, okay, let me just find the milk, let me just find the cereal, let me just find the coffee, let me just this. So there's 11 items. Now the problem is I wasn't like reading each item in detail, and I realized like under the item it says like what aisle the stuff is in. So I realized that when I got to like item 10 and I'd already found like the 9 other items, and I had like 2 more items left, and then I was like, snap, I could have just honestly just read each thing in detail, because it'll tell you, okay, milk on this, in this aisle, here's how many we want you to get. I didn't know there was like it said that kind of stuff in detail. So I was just like, okay, I just need to find milk, I just need to find eggs, I need to find cereal, I need to find
all these things. And I was just going down the aisles, just reading each thing, like, okay, I think soup would be in this aisle, I think powder for this kind of juice would be in the juice aisle. But
I didn't have to complicate things like that. I didn't have to try.
I guess, but it felt like a game. The problem is I was just going up and down aisles like
so long. So I took an hour and a half to find 11 items. To tell you
how it is to be an instant shopper for how much you get paid and how long it took me, it's definitely not worth it for the first go around because I was so lost. So one thing I'd say is if you're gonna ever instant shop, anybody that's watching this
is to future instant shoppers, make sure that you read things thoroughly. Like, it'll say milk, it'll show a picture of the milk, but under that, in small letters, like, don't get caught up and go, oh, I know where the milk's at, I'm just gonna run to get to the milk section. Like, be patient, put the brakes, make sure you read everything thoroughly, because you might save yourself a ton of time. And so I didn't read thoroughly, so I was just running like, I know where the milk's at, I know where the cereal's at, I know where this is at, I know where that's at, with no patience, just running and trying to get everything as quickly as I could, when in reality it literally says verbatim what aisle and where exactly the shelf is that the item can be found on. So you just have to, it'll say it in like smaller print.
It'll show the picture of the item, and then in smaller print under that it'll tell you like more details. So just read it fully, because you'll save way more time. So I think I'm gonna do this again another time, and I'm gonna use that method. I'm gonna see how much time I saved, because that was so inefficient. Also, when I went in there to buy stuff, I scanned everything. Apparently there's a code that comes up on the thing, and the app is great because it'll give you great advice. So what happens is, like, it'll show the item, you'll get the item, you'll scan the item on the phone, and then it'll go into the next item, so it'll take that off your list. So you go to
the next item, you have to scan it, and then
when you finish with all the items, you'll go to the actual like self-checkout, or you can go to a checkout with a person. But I did self-checkout, which is actually the harder route to go. So I went, checked everything out, scanned everything. Turns out I had a code on the actual phone that I had to scan first, and then you can start scanning all the groceries. So then I was like,
snap, okay, let me scan all the groceries. Again, me being impatient, me being like, I want to be fast, I want to quick it and get out. That doesn't work when you're shopping for other people. So I went in there, I scanned all their items, and I said, okay, boom, I think I'm ready to go now. I tried to check out, and I used the InstaCart card, and it declined the card. It said, what? Whoa. So the guy came over, he tried to help me, so you got to do it again. So I scanned everything again, and then turns out, nope, he had to come back again. He said you had to do it again, because apparently there's supposed to be a barcode on the phone, on the app. So then I go back to the app and I look at the instructions. It says, yes, there's a barcode. So you hit next. After you finish shopping, it'll tell you, okay, boom, scan the barcode. You put the barcode on the little self-scan thing. You self-scan the barcode, then you scan and you scan all the items. So I scanned the items again, and then I was like, okay, cool. And then after that, then you insert the card, and then it gives you a receipt. And then after that, you can take everything to your car. Now, here's the thing. You're not done after that. You think,
yeah, I could just go to deliver these items. Is gonna be that easy. Like, I already got everything, I can go to the next place. No, because here's the thing. It's gonna ask you 2 other questions. So after that, it asks me, do you have the receipt? Okay, cool, yeah, I got the receipt. Boom, I check the box, it gets me to the next thing. Let me see a picture of the receipt. So then, boom, I gotta take a picture of the receipt. I say, okay, boom, here's the picture. Okay.
You're not done after that. Nice proof. How many bags did you bag all these items in? And I was like, what? So then after I already shut the trunk, I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay, it's gonna give me the GPS, the address. Then I open it again. I'm like, okay, I gotta count the bags. Then I count the bags. I mean, the app is super thorough. Then I count the bags. I tell them, okay, this is how many bags I use. And then boom, it recorded all that information. and I'm finally on my way. But it's been an hour, almost 2 hours, just doing all that. 11 items. And I'm not even gonna, let me tell you, it's not like the first go around. If you're gonna do instant chopper, bro, watch a video first, cause that stuff is not brain science. It's not brain surgery. Okay, this is low key kind of a lot of steps. This isn't just like, I'm used to like Ubering, you know, they'll give you like 3 steps. You go in there, you pick up the order, you check it off, and then you go to your next destination. This has got like 20 steps, and there's a lot of detail involved. So you just know, I mean, you walk around a grocery store picking up everything. So there's gonna be some traffic. There's gonna be things that are not there. Luckily, I was, lucky that, and I also had to learn the terminology because Instacart has
its own little lingo. So
once I got used to that, because I was like, I picked up the sausage, and then it was like,
what is PCT? Because it was like, did you get 4 PCT? I'm like, what does that mean? And it just means that's the quantity. So I only got 1 quantity. So then I was like,
they wanted 4 of those. So I went back and I got 3 more. See, that kind of stuff is what cost me time, just understanding some of the lingo of shopping, and and then understanding like this is what I'm gonna do differently. Second go around, and of course I'm gonna give it another go around because my timing was terrible. I can't really give it a thorough review after one go around.
It took me 2 hours because it was my first time, and all my mistakes were, of course, those of an amateur. But the second go around is gonna be so much more thorough.
So yeah, beautiful thing about this car, they let me keep it around for a lot longer. They said, hey, you can have it for such and such more, so I get to continue to mess with the EV, which is great. I love it. It's great for city driving. They hit me with a bill for fuel, but it was $0 because there's no fuel. Yep. So I'm gonna go drop off some of these groceries, and then I'm going to go home and talk to my family. So should be good after that. Off I go.
Alright, so I ended up going back and doing another round of instant shopping. It went a lot better, a lot better. So this time I went for 9 items, or I think it was 12 items, and again, went to a different Kroger, different setup. So it was a fun time. I went the aisle method, so I went and looked at the different products. So because it's on aisle 5, aisle 10, aisle 12, planned it out. Luckily the app has it all ordered in terms of like the first aisles down to the last aisle. So I just went by aisle, and then I just read the details on each item instead of just going by picture. I thought going by picture would be quicker, but I mean, I've been shopping with my mom since I was 7, or since I was, a baby. So, I mean, obviously, it's like I know where the meat and deli section are. There's some words that are super massive. Where the milk section and the fridge is in the way back. So, usually I was like, oh, okay, cool. I see the picture of the milk. But like again, I'm not taking in consideration that there's 60 different milks. So, and everybody's different. I mean, I'll get the vitamin D or whole milk, and then I just put it in my cart. But I realize like when you're shopping for other people, somebody wants 2%, or maybe they want half of 2%, half the whole milk, and they'll write like exactly what brand. Because even if you were to get a quarter gallon of 2% milk, I mean, there's like Dairy Farmer, Farmer United, freaking the Kroger brand, and then a bunch of other bougie brands. So like you can have the same looking bottle, but like 10 different companies, and somebody will literally say like, I want this exact brand from this exact company. It's like, that's what the picture helps to kind of get down into the nitty gritty. So I went the backwards method instead of the picture method this time. It actually was so much quicker. I got in and out by probably 20 minutes to shop for 12 items. This is probably like 2 minutes an item, so I was pretty quick and efficient. I finished the whole thing within like 45 minutes. Shopping for their stuff and then delivering it to their home. And so I'm gonna stick to that method. Even got myself some stuff, so yeah. I am back to the crib, talk to some family, and then I'm gonna do another job. And just keep grinding and hustling. I feel like a lot of the time, what keeps me going is just the fact that I just like experimentation. Having a research background, science background, trying new things, trial and error, see how I experience things, and then also growing. Like that experience made me grow. Because I think a lot of time I don't really care unless there's something in it for me, which in this term it was like, okay, I'm making $10 for this amount of groceries, and I want to make as much money as I can in an hour. So the best thing, I have to know what aisles are and what's in each aisle. And so like usually I don't care because I'm just like meandering around. You'll be like, okay, I've got a list of 5 things that I gotta get, but then of course you'll see this, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that this was in season right now, and then you'll look at it and you'll go to the next aisle, and you go, oh. But like, when you're doing it as a job, it helps memorize things so much quicker. Now like if I was to go in just for myself, my own personal needs, like, I feel like, oh wow, like I understand the grocery system so much better now. Because when do you know where this is at, or that is at, or how do you know that this is going to be what's on discount, or how do you know that that is going to be like this, or how do you know that these coupons work like that and like this? And so just kind of being able to work in this kind of system helps learn the finer details of the grocery system business, which I feel like a lot of that stuff is in finer details and like in small print. And for a lot of like, I mean, I would be an awesome shopper, and I feel like I'm on that next level of shopping. Not as like a brute shopper, because I was a brute shopper. I would just be like, hey, I do want that, I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that. And I'd be like, yeah, check out. And I would check out, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I got seven sauces for $110. And my wife was like, you know how much stuff I get for $110? And all you got were condiments? Yeah. So that's why I'm paying a lot more attention now. Because, yeah, there's details. There's literally details. So I'm going to start being a lot more detail-oriented, which I am now.